In this demonstration, I will show you how to create a new sales quote and convert it to an order. So I will start by clicking on the new sales quote action in my role center. And if you don't have the same action available, you can of course also use the search function. So now the sales quote page opens. So this is my sales quote document with a number of fast tabs like general, invoice details, and so on. And of course also with lines. So first of all, I will enter my customer. So in this case, I will choose one of the existing customers, Trey Research. Next, you can enter a number of additional fields like the external document number, the contact person, the due date, and if there is a requested delivery date. By clicking on Show More, you can enter a number of additional fields like the campaign number, the opportunity number, and so on. But in this case, let's keep it simple and stick to the basic fields. Next, I will go to the lines and my customer requests a quote for a number of items. Now, of course, we are not limited to only items. You can also create a quote for GL accounts, for resources, fixed assets, and item charges. But in this case, again, I will use item. So the first item that the customer requests is item 1900S, so a number of chairs. So the location code I will leave blank and the quantity is 10. So let's go to a second line and also enter the second item. And so in this case, I will use my new item that I've created in the previous units. So, and that's the Surface Pro. So the customer also wants a number of these computers. So for example, 12 pieces. All right, so there we go. So this is my quote. This is of course a very simple quote. You can extend the quote by adding details like discounts, for example. If you scroll to the right, you can see the line discount percentage field to encourage the customer and so on. Here you can see the total fields. And the next thing would be sending the quote to the customer. So notice by clicking on print and send, there's a send by email action that I can now run to send the PDF quote to the customer. If the customer agrees with the quote, I can proceed to the next step, and that's converting my quote to an order. Now, if you click on process, you see that there are two options. You can make an order or you can make an invoice. Suppose that, for example, you have a quote for services, then maybe you would like to skip the order step, which means that by running the make invoice action, the system will convert the quote to an invoice. But because here we have included items on our quote, I would like to use the make order action. So I will click on make order. Next, I will click on yes. And now the quote has been converted to an order. So in the last step, I can also have a look at the order. So let's do this. I will click on yes again. And here you can now see the sales order. Now notice that now all of a sudden Business Central is showing me availability notifications, telling me that both the items are not available. So what you see is that when entering items in a quote, the system doesn't check the availability because we are not yet sure that the customer will accept the quote. So at the moment of entering the quote, the availability is not so important yet. But once that you convert the quote to the order, so once that the quote is confirmed, then the availability will become very important. And now the system will give us the availability warnings.